Once it so happened that Krishna was plunged in sadness, it seems. The reason for his sadness was he had left the Gopikas behind in Vraj. He had left back Nanda, he had left back Yashoda also. So all his devotees, everyone was left back, and he had come to Mathura. He lived there, and that's when it seems that Krishna, he got all the comforts of the kingdom. Ugrasena was made the king, and Bhagavan would serve as an attendant, it seemed, to Ugrasena as a royal minister also. But deep inside, he missed Yashoda Devi, he missed Nanda Gopa, he missed the Gopas, Gopikas, cows, he missed Gokulam, and so on. Every day, it seems that on top of the palace, on the terrace, the Lord used to sit and shed tears, it seems. And the separation that was there from Yashoda, the fellow Gopas, Gopikas, the cows also, made the Lord very, very emotional. That's when Uddhava, the childhood friend of Krishna, one fine day when he got to know about the sorrow of Krishna, he comes there. Now, Uddhava is also the cousin of Bhagavan. He is Vasudeva's brother's son. Yeah. So that way also there are two references that are there for Uddhava. One is a childhood friend of Bhagavan as well as his cousin. So he was also serving Krishna along with all others. And Uddhava, when he got to know about Krishna's sadness, he thought deeply what happened. And mm, um, he said that everything was available to the Lord. You had good food, prosperity, richness, servants, everything is available, but still the Lord seems to be very, very sad. So, what can be the reason for this? Uddhava thought deeply. And finally, he said, rather than guessing, let me myself go and ask the Lord what happened. That's when Uddhava he comes to the terrace where Bhagavan was sitting, and it seems that Krishna was already tearful. He had tears in his eyes, and he tried to control himself when he saw Uddhava. Uddhava said that everyone is taking care of you, O Lord, everything is available. Still, you seem to be very, very sad. What is the reason for this? That's when Krishna relates all the episodes of Gokulam, his Leelas with Yashoda, his Leelas with the fellow Gopas, Gopikas, everything, and he says that I'm missing them. That's why I it will take a lot of time to come out of this. And now he said, though I've got all the riches of Mathura, still that those memories of Gokulam Vrindavanam that cannot be bought back. And that's when Uddhava tells that you have to move on in life, O Lord. If you yourself are plunged in sorrow also, what will happen to fellow devotees like us? You need to forget the memories of Gokulam also. That's when Bhagavan says, I can forget everything, but I cannot forget Vraj. That is, I cannot forget Gokulam, I cannot forget Vrindavanam, and so on. Now, Uddhava, who said he was a great man of spirituality, right? He had a lot of spiritual wisdom, this and that, like you can see in his the text also, Uddhava Gita, Uddhava Stuti, and so on. But he lacked bhakti, it seems. So that's when all this Leela also was done by the Lord to teach bhakti to Uddhava. So Krishna then tells that he tells Uddhava, you please go to Gokul on my behalf and you learn bhakti from Gopikas. At the same time, whatever knowledge you have, those Gopikas who are there, they have a lot of bhakti in them, but they lack spiritual wisdom. So you can go and teach whatever wisdom you have, you please share that with them, and they will actually show you what bhakti is. Through this Leela, what the Lord tries to say is fellow bhaktas who are there, like the Gopikas and Uddhava, similarly, people like you and me, each one of us will have different qualities. I may know one thing, you may know something else. Knowledge increases by sharing. So, therefore, each one of us, we should uplift ourselves by sharing whatever we know. The same thing here, Krishna tries to teach through Uddhava and Gopikas. Finally, Krishna, he asks Uddhava, you go there, you ask them Vedanta, or you try to preach Vedanta to them, to the Gopikas, and you ask the Gopikas if they can forget me for a minute also. Similarly, Uddhava, now what happened is Gopikas were there, they were also very much sad. They were always keeping thinking about the Lord. That's when Krishna he tells that you go and explain Vedanta also to them. And then you see what happens if the Gopikas are able to overcome their sorrow and so on. Uddhava said it's not a great deal or so. Let them write letters or, to you or so, maybe in a week. And that's how maybe you all can be close to each other. But still, Krishna says writing letters also will not bring down our sadness at all, because how will letters also, words, aksharam cannot comfort the feelings that we have. So therefore, you yourself only Uddhava should go because Uddhava was not much interested to go to Vrindavanam. So therefore he tells, no, you write letters or so, I will not convey your message, this and that. But finally, somehow Krishna persuades Uddhava to go. Uddhava finally goes to Vrindavanam, and but he's ready to go. But then he wonders, those people of Vrindavanam who are there, or people of Gokulam who are there, they are all very simple people. They just know what is bhakti. They just know how to worship the Lord. How will they even know anything about Vedanta? He was not interested, but still, to fulfill the desire of Bhagavan, he goes there. And Krishna says that, uh, you please convey this message to all the Gopas, Gopikas, Yashoda Devi, saying that I'm thinking about them every day and they should not weep for me at all. And in the morning, it seems that Krishna, while Uddhava was about to leave, Krishna gives Pitambara, that is yellow color clothes, and the Vaijanti Mala flowers to Uddhava, and tells that you please wear this and go to Vrindavanam so that people will feel that I myself have come in your form. Now, finally, it seems that again, while Uddhava was about to leave, Bhagavan started weeping. Uddhava did not understand all this. Why this Lord is doing so much? What is the use of this? And but still, it seems that finally, when he goes to Vrindavanam, at that time he understands what happens and how the Gopikas had so much bhakti also. It seems that when the Lord had left Vraj, that is Gokulam Vrindavanam, the Gopikas and the Gopas who were crying there, it seems like a river was flowing. That was the amount of sorrow which they had. Cows also stopped grazing. It seems that Nanda and Yashoda, they did not eat anything. Yashoda Devi always used to think about the Lord and so on. They used to eat dry rotis, it seems. Yeah. And at that time, what happened is both of them they wail. Nanda and Yashoda they wail, thinking that wail and weep, thinking that Bhagavan has forgotten us after he has become the king of Mathura, after he has gone to Mathura. Finally, Uddhava reaches Vraj also. Even animals, birds, trees, even they were also very much divine, it seems. All the Gopikas they were waiting patiently for the Lord to return back. When they saw Uddhava, that too in the form of Krishna, they became very, very happy. And they all came running towards the chariot. But when they came near, they got to know that it's not Bhagavan, it is Uddhava who is there. And finally, they became a bit sad. Finally, the chariot of Uddhava it stops outside the house of Nanda. And everyone started weeping, it seems. And further, Nanda he asks about the welfare of Mathura, how are the Yadavas, and so on. And he says that I feel as if Bhagavan himself has come to Vrajpuri. I hear the Venunadam, the music of the flute of the Lord, and sometimes I feel that Krishna is sitting here on my lap only. So, seeing you, O Uddhava, I feel Bhagavan himself has come here. Yashoda further tells Uddhava that the black color of the Yamuna Nadi, I feel it is Bhagavan himself. So, like this, everything in Gokulam, people relate to Krishna. Hearing all this, it seems Uddhava feels these people who are there, they're looking at simple things around and they're so much engrossed in it. Looking at the water, I feel it is Bhagavan. Maybe I look at the cows also, I feel it is Bhagavan. How am I going to teach them Vedanta? But still, Uddhava here, if you see, he had a bit of pride, saying that I only know wisdom also. But looking at this bhakti and affection of Nanda and Yashoda, it seems that half of his pride vanished there itself. And he felt that these people are the true ones through, with whom bhakti needs to be learned because they see Almighty everywhere. In water they see Bhagavan, in tree they see Bhagavan, in cows also they see Bhagavan. What is the use of Vedanta or spiritual wisdom if there is no bhakti, if there is no faith in whatever I do, if I cannot see the Lord everywhere? That doesn't mean that we should not know about Vedanta, but along with spiritual wisdom, bhakti is also equally important. Further, the story continues. What happens later? Uddhava he reaches the house of Yashoda Devi, and what Yashoda Devi asks him to take a bath in the Yamuna Nadi. He freshens up. She gives him food also. Later, how he learns bhakti also that we will see next time. But here in this incident, what we saw is how Uddhava from Mathurapuri, how he reaches Vrindavanam, and how through this entire incident, it is taught that along with spirituality or along with philosophy, knowing bhakti is also something, or having bhakti is also something which is very, very important.